My focus today is my kitchen. So I did a little bit of a brain dump this morning of everything that I kind of need to get done. And the first thing is always dinner. What is for dinner? I went to Costco a couple of days ago. I got some chicken breasts and I really need to get them broken down, frozen, put them in the freezer. I've been wanting to make this chicken souvlaki marinade for a couple of days, and today is the day. I found a recipe. I pretty much have everything except the dry white rind. I'm just going to substitute chicken broth for it. And that is the large pack of chicken breasts. They were $6 off. And this is the other little thing that I wanted to tackle with. In my kitchen, I've been trying to declutter it and minimize it for the past couple of years. And there's some areas that work and there's some areas that don't. And my biggest focus in 2024 is to really get down to the nitty gritty, all of the stuff that I use. And then, either next year or the year after, I really want to upgrade my kitchen, whatever that's going to be. I don't know, but I need to get it functional, organized, figure out the things I use on a regular basis and where do they go. Because once that is in place, then it'll be easier to decide, this is what I want the cupboards to look like or whatever. But anyways, this cupboard I'm focusing on a little bit more today, and these two bins are my problem areas because they're not working for me. But whenever the dishwasher is getting emptied, it's really easy just to kind of throw everything in here. It's a quick, easy fix. But whenever somebody needs something out of these bins, it takes forever to find it. And I think I'm really trying to evaluate, what do I actually use out of these? What do I need? And how can I make this work better? So that's all I'm trying to do right now, is just kind of do a quick fix, get rid of the things that I know I'm never going to use again, kind of, put these little containers into a bag, keep it a little bit more organized, and then we'll come back to it eventually. But now we're getting back to the chicken souvlaki marinade. These Pyrex bowls I bought at Costco. I think there was a pack of 3 or 4. I really, really like them. They're just high quality. I don't think they were that expensive. They were $20. And I like the fact that they have lids. So it's great for marinating. It's great for making salads because you can stack them up in the fridge. And I am just taking all of the ingredients from the recipe, I'll link it down below, and making the marinade. I'm using rosemary, paprika, salt, pepper, olive oil, and then instead of the white wine, I'm going to use the chicken broth. That's usually what people substitute, and I definitely needed some more liquid in here other than just the olive oil. And I'm also using a fresh lemon. One of the things I'm trying to do more of is use fresh lemon and limes, because I really do find that they enhance the flavor of a lot of recipes, especially in barbecue season and for marinades. This was the juiciest lemon I've ever had, and I should have only used half of a lemon because the full lemon was just too much. It overpowered the marinade, and honestly, that was all that you could taste. So I'm just taking some Kirkland chicken broth and adding it here. And that's the other thing I'm trying to figure out too, is a Costco. What do I use from Costco? I'm getting away from a lot of the other things that I used to purchase there and trying to keep all of those ingredients that I use quite often. So tomato paste, chicken broth, chicken if it's on sale, certain produce. And then how can I, prep it so the future me will be very thankful. So I'm just taking my kitchen scissors and cutting up 3 chicken breasts here. I find this is the easiest way than using a knife. Just get everything washed up and clean and just use your hands and a pair of scissors. It works fine for me, and I really just want to kind of get the chicken marinated, and then I'm going to fry it up quick because I want to make wraps for dinner. So there is the marinade with the bay leaves and everything in there. And then I'm just putting the chicken that's all cut up, and I'm just going to swirl it all around here, make sure that it gets right in with the marinade so it can absorb all that flavor and be delicious. And then this is something too that I could do if I purchase the chicken. I can marinate it and then put it in the freezer, and then in the summertime, pull it out and I can quickly heat it up in a pan, or my husband can barbecue it. Now I'm also cleaning a couple of things up in my pantry. So I knew that I had a fajita kit. So I'm just going through my little pockets just to see if I have another fajita, spice packet. And this is one of the things too that I'm going to try and do in the future, is make more of my own spices and, marinades like I did with the souvlaki. So there was 6 chicken breasts left, so I cut up 2 to put on each plate. So I do know that I have One package is going to be for the complete fajita kit. The other one is going to be for the little packet. And then the other one, it's going to be just for, if I make sweet and sour chicken or a stir fry or something, it's already cut up, prepped, and easy to go. So I'm just putting everything into my Ziploc bags. And then I'm going to get everything labeled and to go with it. And then I already labeled it before I put it in here. And then the other thing I'm going to be working on is peppers, because I did buy the 6-pack of peppers from Costco, and I'm going to be using them for the fajitas. So I have the one label that's going to go right into the freezer, and then the other 2 I'm going to kind of make like fajita kits with the peppers that I did purchase. And then once again, I'm adding everything to my freezer inventory. I'm really staying on top of my freezer inventory. I find this little setup with this notepad is working very well for me. And now I'm going to focus on the peppers. I was very happy with the quality of the peppers, and when I saw that the chicken was on sale, I'm like, okay, I knew that I wanted to make the souvlaki. I knew that I had the fajita kit at home, so that's why I picked up the package of peppers, and now I'm just kind of making little dinner kits. Not 2 packages of chicken in one bag. I'm taking the larger Ziploc bags, putting in 1 package of chicken, 1 package of peppers, and then it's kind of a meal kit. So all I have to do is, season it and make it for dinner. I could have went ahead and seasoned the chicken, sliced up the onions and done it all at once, but I really had a lot of other things that I needed to get done today. And I'm really just kind of making notes for myself instead of just writing everything that's down in the freezer. I'm making little notes for myself too, because sometimes you forget things. So anyways, we had spaghetti sauce the night before. It was great. I'm going to use a package of home fries tonight for our son. And then I'm just kind of like writing the dates of everything and as I'm doing it. And then, March 4th, I made the fajita kits, what I'm using it for. And then they need onions. The onions I have are really, really tiny. And I didn't feel like getting it all out and making more of a mess. And I think it's one of those things where it's probably going to be a busy day. Take the time, just slice a little bit, reflect a little bit, and be thankful that I did some of this stuff ahead of time to make dinner a little bit easier. This is really the first time where I've kind of had, time to kind of go through my fridge again. When I got home, it was kind of like the busy time of the day. Everybody was kind of getting home at the same time. And then we had ordered the pizza for dinner. And now I'm just trying to get everything organized. So the bags of oranges, I'm finally going to put them out of there instead of just reaching into the bags, get them all dumped into the drawer. I have a couple of lemons, so we're just going to keep the citrus in here. I have the grapes that I got at Costco. They're all cleaned and broken down. And then we have lots of yogurt, lots of eggs, cheese. And then in the other drawer, I'm trying to kind of keep some convenience things in there, or things where, they are the larger packaging. I definitely didn't want produce in here, but I just kind of put it in there. So I had bought goat cheese with caramelized onions, a large package of bacon bits, and then I bought some turkey bacon. So I'm just checking the date on that. And then I did just pick up the 3-pack of spring cookies. And then I still have another pepper, and I have the romaine and some other produce and all of that. And it's kind of all in that one area. So that's all vegetables. The fruit is all kind of prepped, ready to go. I have the container of strawberries. I can see them on the eggs. It's pretty organized. And it's so crazy how quickly your kitchen can get away with you. So I'm just trying to tidy everything up. And the other thing is I'm going to put these with the ramen noodles because I made some ramen broth. So I'm trying to take a little corner of my pantry to put anything that, I need to finish off something that is in the freezer. So I'm just going to update my little brain dump here. I'm actually doing pretty good. I think just kind of sorting through things as I'm using them kind of helped me a little bit too. And then I have the Kalamata olives out. I have a red pepper ready to go. And then I also have the cucumbers. And then I'm just going to put a few things away as I don't need them, throw things in the garbage. And then I'm going to focus on more of the orzo Greek salad right now. We're going to do simple wraps for dinner. And then I still got to get my glass containers organized. And then also my pasta needs to be organized in my pantry. So this was kind of my inspiration for dinner tonight. I had some orzo in the pantry and I thought an orzo Greek salad would be really good. I also had some Kalamata olives in the pantry and decided to get them out too. I cut up one of the English cucumbers, then I have the red pepper, and I'm just quickly dicing it up. And then I remembered with the Kalamata olives, the last time I used these, we're not big lovers of them. I know my husband really didn't like them, so I decided to put them in with the things that are going to the food bank donations, and then I got out a jar of black olives. And then I was ready to tackle the spice cupboard, and no, I'm just going to go ahead and get the pasta sorted out right now. So this is the thing that's a disaster. My fridge and my freezer is really well organized. I know everything I have. My pantries, on the other hand, have gotten away from me. So these two drawers here that I used to keep in my pantry, these were full of granola bars and small packets of cookies and all of that. I haven't bought that stuff in a long time. And I just thought this would be really good because I had one drawer where I kind of put the bag pasta in. And I just thought, you know what, we'll try and keep it all together. I have some gnocchi. I just have some boxes of pasta. I've been kind of buying these as they've gone on sale and it kind of has accumulated. And pasta is kind of one of those really quick, easy dinners everybody likes. I have chili in the freezer so I can make chili macaroni like Hamburger Helper. I have spaghetti sauce in the freezer. I have a bunch of egg noodles. And then, it's great for pasta salads too. So the other thing that I wanted to do was make my own Greek salad dressing. So I stopped in at Farm Boy. I love that store. I wish we had one closer to us. I was going to buy the red wine vinegar. And then I'm like, you know what? Every time I try and make my own Greek dressing, I don't really care for it because I find the vinegar kind of overpowers it. So I put in the cooked orzo. I also bought the large package of feta at Costco. You can't beat the price and the quality of it. And I bought a couple of different jars of Greek salad dressing. One was an oil-based one was a little bit more creamy, really nice, clean ingredients. And I'm like, you know what? There's some things I want to make from scratch, and there's some things that just taste better that are already prepared for me. So I'm just kind of eyeballing it, making sure that I put enough of it in to kind of get the nice flavor, but I don't want it drenched in it. So cucumbers, I didn't have any red onion. I didn't want to put it in. The peppers is just enough. The olives, the orzo, and then the feta cheese. I really like this. And this is something that is definitely going to be for a couple of days to be able to, have it as a little side for dinner, be able to have it for lunch. And I'm just prepping it ahead of time. These bowls I also got at Costco and I really, really like them. So I'm just doing a little taste test just to make sure I have enough dressing in. Tastes good. So I'm going to do something my mom used to do. She would always put lids, plates on top of her bowls for lids. It just kind of helped. And I'm like, it's great because you can actually stack something on top of it too, instead of just using plastic wrap. And then, you're just creating more waste too. So while I'm in my kitchen, I'm going to go ahead and take the chicken out and just kind of stir it up a little bit. It is really absorbing all of the oil. It smells amazing. It looks good. And it's going to be a quick, easy dinner. And then here is everything in here. I have some buttermilk I need to use too. But this drawer, I just thought this was kind of convenient for now. There's the oranges. I have a lot of the cheese. I like these little packages that I buy. They're just nice and easy for a quick snack. And then these are some other things that I'm going to break down on another day. I know what I need to get done today. So I'm very happy with the way that everything is coming together. And now everything is cleaned up in my kitchen. I have my dishwasher running, and then the pasta is done. So the only other thing left is to do the glass containers. So I bought these at Giant Tiger. They were two. It was a package of two for $12. They're the bamboo lids, and the little thing is attached to it. So I'm very happy with that. But then this little area here, some things have got shoved in here. This area here is always works really well. Some things get a little bit mixed up. So I'm just going to kind of tidy it up a little bit. There's those 2 bins, and then I want to get my glassware all kind of organized. So we're going to do that a little bit later as I'm packaging up all of the leftovers. And then I'm using this enamel covered skillet. I'm trying to cook more with this, and I'm really happy with it. And I didn't use any oil or anything because there was enough of it in the chicken. I heated up the pan. I just put the chicken in here, and oh my goodness, this was so easy to cook up. The chicken was so flavorful, and honestly, it didn't take a very long time to cook. And that's what I want to do, is have more things like this where it's just kind of like put it in the pan, cook it up, and I am going to be so thankful in the future that I went ahead and cooked up that chicken. So there is the chicken souvlaki. Oh my goodness. It smells amazing, and it didn't dry out. I only had to cook it for a few minutes. And then with the cast iron enamel covered pan, it keeps the heat too. So I'm just going to give a little taste. It was delicious. So I'm just looking at dinner here now. So I'm just taking off the inventory because I brought in a thing of home fries for our son because he doesn't like the orzo pasta salad. I didn't want the great big pack of romaine at Costco, and I had bought this the day before. So I just have 2 heads of romaine. I just went ahead and sliced it up, and I'm going to tackle this now because I have a few minutes before dinner time. So this one here, I have a couple of Pyrex measuring cups here that I never use. And then, other little things kind of got shoved in here. There's a package of Brazil nuts, a little shot glass got put in here. We never use it. I don't even know how it ended up in there. But I do have a pretty good system for this whenever it's maintained. So my husband knows how to put everything in here. I'm very happy with these Pyrex containers. The only thing is I find that the lids break or crack easily, but I still prefer the Pyrex over everything. Those are the 2 new ones, and then those are the lunch containers my husband uses. I really, really like those. I will definitely buy more of those because I like the seal is attached to them. I've bought ones before that you have to take out, and then mold and everything will get in them. So I've only bought 2. I'm going to wait and see how they hold up. And then here is the finished product right now. I'm very, very happy with it. And then this is still my arch nemesis. I think I have a better system. So this is actually a couple of days later. I thought about it a little bit, and then I remembered these 2 Pyrex measuring cups. I put them over in another cupboard. I'm like, this is a great time to kind of try a new setup. So what I'm going to do is the small Pyrex one I never use, but I don't want to get rid of it because it's one of those things, it's one of those things I might want to have it someday and I don't want to get rid of it. So I'm just going to keep all of my little teaspoons in here, and I use a lot of them because sometimes I have wet ingredients or dry ingredients, and it's just easy to have a couple of them. And then that large one I'm going to use for like my wet ingredients for whenever I'm making like my buttermilk pancakes or I'm making a muffin mix or something. I can just measure out some of it in there, mix it, and then pour it into the dry ingredients. And then this little container, I thought I'd put the measuring cups, but these are the Tupperware ones and I use them more often. So I'm going to keep them out. I'm missing the 1/4 measuring cup from it. And then this stuff here, I'm just going to put aside. So we're going to try this setup, and it's working really well. I can take the Pyrex container out, find the teaspoon or tablespoon that I need. It's easy to put the dishes away. And then I can easily grab the large Pyrex. And then these are the ones that I usually use. And then I have my mishmash of other ones here. Some of them I only have like a 1/3, or I use that a couple of times. I have a 1/4 and an 1/8 of a cup, and then I have another 1/4 of a cup that I only use for whenever I'm putting in my muffins or measuring out pancakes. So we're going to give this a try, and for the past couple of days it's been working really well. So I think we're almost finally done with this shelf, but I still need to organize those little plastic containers a little bit better. So anyways, that was a couple of days later, and that's the thing, is sometimes you have to give yourself a little bit of time and think about, this wasn't working, what can I do to make it better? So anyways, let's get back to making dinner. So whenever I went to Farm Boy, I also bought tzatziki. They have really, really nice products there. I'm really happy with the quality of it. So this is something new that I'm trying for our son too. I know my husband and I like tzatziki, so I just put an itty bitty little bit on his. I think he'll eat this because it's wrapped in a tortilla. Then I'm just going to put some chicken on here and the lettuce and wrap it up. Maybe in the future I can make pitas or tortillas or something. It's not happening tonight, but that's ultimately the goal, like to make my own tzatziki, make the own tortillas or something. But everything takes time and trying to figure everything out. So I'm just going to put some of the chicken on the tzatziki here, put a little bit of lettuce and then wrap it up. And then my husband and I will have the orzo salad to go with it. And then I have like the home fries in the air fryer. And then I was very glad that I made this on this particular day because the week got really busy and I was really glad to have extra chicken prepped. I was really thankful to have that orzo salad in my fridge because it was really nice and quick and easy too. So we're just going to take out some of the grapes that I measured ahead of time, a little squirt of ketchup, and then his home fries will go on here and that will be a really nice dinner for him. He tried it. He ate about half of his wrap, but I think the lemon was just a little bit too much. And I think if I would have put like a little bit of barbecue sauce on it, it definitely would have been a flavor he would have liked more. The lemon was very overpowering. Even my husband said that, but it was still really good. He ate almost half of his wrap, so I'll know for next time and how to change things up. But anyways, there is the little assistant in here making sure I didn't drop anything. I was really happy that I got a lot of stuff accomplished today, and there is a really quick, easy dinner. We've had some warm couple of days, and this was really a nice, light dinner. It kept us satisfied. There is the home fries and the wraps and everything, and I have a couple of things prepped in my freezer that I am definitely going to thank myself in the future for. So thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great day.